Welcome back to School Night. Our artist interviews are presented by Mitsubishi. I'm here with the lovely Cece Coakley. Hello.
Hello.
That was absolutely lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I have to ask you, let's just get this out of the way. What exactly is the homework that you have to do tonight?
So I
class?
actually have to write a paper. So I watched this documentary and have to write a paper about what I thought about it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not the worst homework, just no paper is your favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the documentary?
It was really good. It's called 20 Feet from Stardom.
Oh, yeah,
About
totally.
all the background singers
Yeah,
in the 60s. So
that's great.
It was very cool homework, but yeah, still
Yeah.
don't love writing papers.
I love the story in there, the backstory about the Rolling Stones song.
Yes.
And the woman that sang it. And she has a really cool version, just like solo doing that song as well. I don't know if you've heard
Darlene
it.
Love. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is so badass.
I'm just giving you some fuel for your paper.
I need any inspiration. Anybody have any thoughts or feelings? Please let
We're
me
talking
know.
about it now to like help you flesh out and be ready. So this is like a win-win for you being here.
Exactly. I'm learning so much.
Well, cool. So taking a step back, I would love to know a little bit more about you. I mean, your voice is so flawless. I feel like you've been singing your whole life. I know you're quite young. You're like 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
Have you been singing since you were a wee child? Or?
I've been trying to. I can't say that it was good when I was a child, but I was still trying. I was a very big Taylor Swift fan growing up.
Oh,
so
cool.
in like the middle school to elementary school days, I really was like, I just want to play guitar so I can sing Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah.
And that's led to a love of songwriting and performing my own stuff. And just, she's the best. So she's a very big inspiration.
What is it about Taylor Swift that moves you?
I don't know. I think as a child, just seeing someone who was country and living in Tennessee, but was a teenager relatable singer-songwriter, I think was really cool to see as a child who loved music.
Yeah.
Like someone who made it look like I could actually do it. Was really cool.
Definitely. And you mentioned Tennessee. That's where you grew up?
I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee,
Okay.
but I currently live in Nashville. But yeah, I grew up like 2.5 hours outside of Nashville.
Is Nashville drastically different from Knoxville? Do you think?
I would say Nashville is just a lot bigger of a version
Yeah.
of where I'm from. So there's
Yeah.
definitely more of a music scene and a lot of college-age people and just like a lot of hustle and bustle rather than the smaller town feel of Knoxville.
Right. So you just keep moving on up to the big city.
Hopefully.
And then where are we going at? Are we staying in Tennessee or do we have plans of where we're going next?
I think we're going to stay here for a minute,
Okay.
then reassess in a year or two, see where we're at.
You've got time. Yeah. There's no rush. And I mean, Nashville, Tennessee in general, is actually, I've been to Memphis.
Oh, Memphis
I loved
is
it
great.
there.
Yeah.
And Nashville just for years has just been getting more and more interesting.
Totally.
So I feel like a lot of people are moving there now too. So
Yeah, it's definitely become a great place to start a family and life, but also pursue like working in a creative place.
Yeah.
I think it's got a cool balance of different types of people.
Totally. So you mentioned Taylor Swift. I'm assuming you still listen to Taylor. Are there other artists that are
Yeah.
inspiring you now?
I'm a very big Phoebe Bridgers fan.
Nice.
Just the
I
sad
love Phoebe
girl,
Bridgers.
singer-songwriter. I'm also a super huge fan of like Brandy Carlisle. She's more in the Americana world.
Is that
but
like your Tennessee roots shining through?
I think they're sneaking through
Yeah.
with that. I don't know, because I wouldn't say I'm the biggest country music fan now, but there's definitely a lot of old country and just like more folk acts that I think pull a lot of really cool elements from the old styles of country music.
Yeah. Are there any other like old school country singers that you dig?
I really
Like
love
Patsy Cline for me.
Oh, she's
Of
amazing.
course, right? Yeah.
I'm a very big John Prine fan.
Oh, yeah,
He's just such
absolutely.
an incredible singer-songwriter. Just like his lyrics are so simple but have so much meaning behind them.
Yeah, definitely. I like Charlie Pride too.
Yeah.
What about your parents? Are they musical, or were they playing records around you when you were a kid that inspired you?
They're both not musical at all, but they're music fans. So my dad definitely introduced me to a lot of the music I still listen to today, and just a different mix of like some of the early country and a little more of like the pop R&B and like a little bit of everything. So I feel like that gave me a good path to start on, like pulling from all the different elements of these songs and applying them to what I want to do.
Yeah. When did you start writing your own songs?
I remember the first song I wrote was in the 4th grade.
Yeah.
And it was terrible.
Wait, so 4th grade would be like...
I think I'm
what age is
10
that?
there.
Okay.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
So I was very eager to say, this is going to be the next hit single on all the radio stations. But that didn't end up happening, so we had to reassess. But I think I started taking songwriting more seriously, especially as I went home during the pandemic and had nothing better to do. So that was like a nice moment to sit down and be like, what do I actually want to say? Is anything I want to say important? Or like, how am I feeling and how can I use my feelings to apply it to a song or an emotion and figure out? It was definitely a good healing outlet for a lot of things I just pushed away. And like, all right, we got to tackle this and figure out why I felt this way and all of that. So definitely started taking it more seriously and did it more often as the pandemic started getting worse. Which is not a good thing and a bad thing.
Right, I know. It's through the tribulations that we grow the most a lot of the time.
Totally.
And, I mean, a lot of songwriters, I feel like, share the sentiment that they write their best work when things are rough, like through heartbreak. And 100%. I've heard people say, like, that they almost, like, purposely put themselves into those situations to write better, which is kind of, like, depressing. But I don't know, do you feel like you write better when things are tough, or are you able to write, like, I used to write songs and I felt like it was harder to write about things that were like cheery to me.
No, I totally get that. I think as I've been in a new season of life the past few months, I have found a lot of inspiration in writing about what's in front of me. And like, I don't know, I've been recently in a relationship and that's been a great inspiration. But up until that point, every song was like, my heart got broken 4 years ago and I haven't gotten over it. So it's nice to kind of change. I've definitely also moved to Nashville. So it's like change of like the people I'm around every day and what I'm doing. So it's nice to kind of, I think I write best when I'm having a lot of change in my life and have to process a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was a quote from somebody but they were saying like you got to do living to then like write about it.
100%.
Like, that's part of the process. Is just living, right?
Yeah, have things to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I mean, we're talking about when you were a kid and it's Valentine's Day, and I was thinking it's just like a cute idea of when you were a little kid. Do you remember like an artist that you had a crush on?
Oh, I was a very big One Direction girl.
One Direction.
Yes.
Was there one band? Or, you know, like one group member in particular?
I was very much a Niall girl.
Okay.
But I
Everyone has a type, right?
I love Harry, too.
Okay, yeah.
So those were, like, my top two.
Yeah. And do you like Harry now doing his thing?
I'm a very big Harry fan.
Oh, cool.
I love him.
Nice. Are there any other Harry fans out there? Let us know. One Direction. What I want to... So you have a single, your new single.
I do.
Monday Morning, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I love it. It's so exciting.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Thank you. On a Monday. I had to sing it on a Monday
today.
I
know. It's perfect.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. It comes out February 23rd.
Yes. And so that's out now, and it's been getting, like, good response?
Yeah, it's been exciting because I teased it a few months ago and a lot of people were super amped up about it. So I was like, okay, we got to kind of get it finished up before I say anything else about it.
Yeah.
So it's been exciting.
Now it's out in the world.
Having it done and be like, all right, my part is done. It's just, it's there and it's going to be out and it's going to be great is what I'm telling myself. But I'm excited.
Yeah, we are too. Let's get to some of the, can we get to some of the AMA questions? I don't want to miss those. Swag to Chains wonders, what's the biggest life lesson that music has taught you?
Whoa.
That's a big one, huh?
That's a deep one.
It could be a life lesson. I feel like we kind of touched on that a little bit.
Yeah, I think, this is a tough one. I don't know. I think just learning to not take myself as seriously as I normally do. Because it can be hard when a lot of your career is like using yourself as a business tool and not realizing that like you're allowed to have an off day.
Yeah.
And like emotionally.
Yeah.
And kind of just not always be on. And not every day has to be a day where you have to write the best song of your whole life and do that whole thing. So it's definitely, I've learned a lot of just like, it's not ever that deep. No need to take yourself as seriously as you do.
Yeah.
Because it'll all work out.
Keep it cute and keep it pushing.
Exactly. Period.
All right. Finally, Cece, it's our Mitsubishi Drive Your Ambition question of the night. What is one of your goals for 2022?
A goal of mine for 2022 is to go on tour.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Any particular cities or that you'd like to get to, countries?
I would love to go to Europe.
Yeah.
I've never been ever, so it'd be really cool to play there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any particular countries that strike your fancy?
I would love to go to like Oh, I would love to go to Italy. I would love to go to Ireland too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Italy and Ireland, the two eyes.
Gotta love them.
The two big eyes of Europe.
Exactly.
That sounds fabulous. Well, hopefully we'll be catching you on tour. I feel like that's going to be happening soon.
Hopefully soon.
And
yeah.
you won't get too big to visit us back here again on school night.
Yeah, I'll be around. Don't worry.
Good.
Yeah.
Cece, thank you so much for being here on school night.
Thank you for having me.
And congratulations on everything. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.